Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2016 general readings. I am using still the Gilded Tarot deck by artist Cyril Marchetti because, well, it's like an extension of my hand and I love Cyril Marchetti's artwork. Still be drawing the same customary 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck as your crowning card representing overall energy and advice over the reading. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well, because as we all say, these are general readings, so not going to apply the same for everyone. But watch all 3 of your signs, because if you're like me, I watch my sun, my moon, and my rising signs because I find that each of them resonates in different areas of my life, and watching all 3 of them together gives a more pieces of the puzzle to put together a more cohesive picture of the time frame that the readings cover. So all the information just helps put it all together. So watch all 3 if you can. Thank you for continuing to watch and listen and subscribe. Love the comments. Keep them coming. One of my favorite things to do is read the comments that you guys put both on the YouTube channel video itself and the ones that I see increasingly a lot of you are taking the time, thank you, to email me to give more specific details about the readings themselves. So thank you very much for that. You are what helps the channel grow and flourish. Looks like the community is about 11,000 strong now. Wouldn't be if it wasn't for you, and you are the reason that I do this. So thank you very much for all the support and shares and likes and all of that. Always a special thank you to those of you who continue to reach out for one-on-one readings. It is an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so very much for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And I really appreciate the feedback that I get as well, particularly from my regular clients. It's a joy to be a part of your lives playing forward on the regular basis that we are in together. And thank you very much for the updates that you guys are so good about sending me. So thank you for that. So gratitude, gratitude. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and that'll give you a little more information and detail on myself and the services I offer and my contact information and email. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. and I will send you some information. If you're interested in a reading, I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time, so I'm able to get back with you quite quickly and set up a reading within a pretty timely fashion. I'm always asked about turnaround time, and it can be anywhere from a couple of days up to a week and a half, but almost always within 2 weeks we can set something up. So if you're interested, send me an email, and I will get back to you quite quickly. So moving right into this is for Libra for October 2016. Libra, October 2016. Show me the energies for the air sign of Libra. Our Librans for October 2016. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the month of October 2016? Show me the energies for the air sign of Libra. Libra, October 2016. Libra, what does October have in store for you? Libra, okay. Okay, Libra. We begin with the 8 of Pentacles, followed by the 7 of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles, followed by Justice. We have the Hermit, followed by the Fool. Wow. And the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the 8 of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall crowning energy and advice is the World. Wow, Libra, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 pentacles. Wait, 1, 2, 3 pentacles, 2 cups. Looks like there's going to be a focus. First of all, Libra, it looks like a great month for you. It looks like you're wrapping up something, or a lot of you have just reached a point of achievement or a culmination of something, and you're going to be moving on to the next thing, which looks quite good and quite lucrative, I think. There's quite a bit of Pentacles energy in this, which governs our material and physical and financial job world. So let's get started. What a clear, bright reading, Libra. So I'm actually going to start with your crowning card because that's where I feel led to. My nose is itching. The Major Arcana card of the world. Half year spread is Major Arcana card. So it looks like a pretty profound and significant month in October for you, Libra, but in a really great way. Again, I feel like a lot of you are coming full circle. You're reaching a point of achievement, which is what the World card represents as well. And leaving some things behind and moving on into new things. The World card does represent reaching that sense of achievement. Some of you may have just finished completing a big project or closing down the career part of your life. Some of you, I'm getting, maybe retiring this month or making final preparations for retirement this year. Again, completion of something, but in a way that makes you feel very self-empowered, a very strong sense of achievement. The World card does represent kind of that feeling of being on top of the world. But the analogy I like to use is that it's a kind of a deeper, more self-empowering and self-acknowledging energy. It's as if you've reached the top of a mountain, which has been particularly significant for you. And you're at the top, you're at the pinnacle, and you're looking back down over the path, everything it took to get you from where you started to now, Libra. And all of a sudden it hits you, and looking back over everything, the path, all the times that you succeeded, all the times you failed, all the times you wanted to give up, you've made it. And you're sitting at the top of the mountain, and all of a sudden it hits you, you actually made it. And the World card represents kind of that energy, that feeling that you get, taking the time back to kind of look back over your path. Take the time to acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your efforts, your achievements, your own value and worth, really. And the self-empowered feeling that comes from that is the energy of the World card. It's a card of achievement, high achievement. So again, I think a lot of you in the month of October, end of September through October, it's about, I'm just getting coming full circle, an achievement, a culmination of something. Again, I'm getting a strong kind of retirement energy. Some of you are wrapping up that portion of your life. Some of you may be exploring another career opportunity or a business, a financial venture of some kind, which I am getting as well. One of your cards just popped right off the desk. So, we find ourselves at the beginning of October 2016, Libra, with the Eight of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Cups. So the Eight of Pentacles, we have a lot of Pentacles energy this month. Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. So Pentacles is a suit that rules things in our earthly world, the physical, tangible, material world, or even in spirituality and love and relationships. Even there, the energy is still very tangible and palpable, solid, reliable, dependable, tangible results of the efforts we put into things. The suit of Pentacles often rules things like money, finances, job, career, property, assets, etc. I call the Eight of Pentacles the worker bee card because it does represent that slow, steady, persevering, but successful building up of something, a foundation, and having done quite good so far. You can see that this man is sitting at his desk working on this eighth pentacle. He's already completed 7 others, and they're in the air above him, signifying that he's more than halfway done. He's working on, he has a vision, a dream, a goal, and he's working on the foundations of that. He's putting stuff away. For some of you, this can represent, again, for those of you retiring, this can represent the efforts that you've put into that, all the years that you've worked, the money that you've saved, investments that you have. It's all about steady perseverance. He's putting just as much attention and detail on this eighth pentacle as he has on the other 7. You can see that It's getting late in the day. The sun is setting and he's already lit his candles. This card can sometimes symbolize too working a lot of hours, working a lot of overtime. Again, I feel like a lot of you have been coming into October putting a lot of work, a lot of effort into something, this vision, this goal that you've had in the concrete world. It can represent an actual job, your career path, and entirely a business venture of some kind, your own business, property, assets, etc. But it's about a lot of hard work. Perhaps a lot of you have been putting in a lot of overtime. Your Eight of Cups card keeps popping right off the desk. We'll get there. So you're putting in a lot of effort, and it's really paid off with that World card as your overall energy. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is paired with the Seven of Cups. So Cups is an emotional suit. Cups is governed by the element of water, so it rules the world of I almost said water. It rules that watery world of emotions, feelings, relationships, love. The Seven of Cups is a card. It can sometimes be a card of fantasy and illusion and distraction. It can be a card that represents the energy of feeling a little scattered or just considering a multitude of options, all of which seem to have a wonderfully, beautifully, impossibly perfect outcomes to them or potential to them. You can see in each of these seven cups are filled with something that represents potential, all perfect, all beautiful, which of course is not always reality based. So this can be a card, the cautionary advice being that everything you're considering is not necessarily realistic or reality based or is going to live up to your expectations of what it is. It can represent being at a place where you're, which I feel for a lot of you, it's like, what do I do next? And just kind of fantasizing, daydreaming a bit about what else you're going to go into. It looks like a lot of you have actually an opportunity in front of you, or you're considering something which has a lot of potential, almost limitless potential. And there's some energy put into kind of daydreaming and perhaps fantasizing about that. For those of you that are closing out in a significant way a large chapter of your life, as in retirement or leaving one career path for another, this can represent just kind of looking at different things that you might be interested in doing, kind of fantasizing, daydreaming. There is an energy sometimes of being a little too scattered, needing to be more focused and intentional, but it looks like you've been putting in a lot of hard work already at doing something. And I think for some of you, you're considering what else to do next. And it looks like for a lot of you, there's something concrete in front of you. You may be waiting on the outcome of something as well. For some of you, this may be a legal situation or something to do with property, I'm getting as well, waiting for an outcome of something. And the outcome itself looks beautiful, and it represents this sense of achievement too, of finally having come full circle, all of your work and efforts paying off. Next to that, we have the Ten of Pentacles, great card, paired with Justice in the upright, another major arcana card. So more Pentacles energy here, concrete, grounded, tangible things we can see and touch and feel. And we have a 10 here, which again coincides with that World card energy, coming to the end of a cycle, which 10s represent coming to a cycle ending, coming full circle, the full achievement of something, reaching a place of abundance, prosperity, and success, but one that's has pretty deep roots. It's been successful and it's lasted for a while, and it has a sense of stability and continuity to it. If you were going to, but it also has an energy of home and family around it too. This can represent family money, family home, family estate. If you were going to start your own business and you wanted to pull one card for what the success and health and longevity of that business looked like, playing forward into the future, this is one of the best cards you can pull because it represents that it's going to be successful and abundant, and it's going to continue to grow and be something that you can even hand down to your kids. Family business, family money, family estate. It's got that long-standing, rooted, very stable feeling to it, but also quite abundant and prosperous as well. So and it's paired with the Justice card in the upright too. So some of you may be involved or waiting for, I feel like it's more you're waiting now, you're waiting for the outcome of something in a legal situation. I don't know, for some of you it could just be a lawsuit. It could be waiting for a family estate or property matter to get settled. However it plays out specifically for you, perhaps a family business, retirement, pension, something coming in, which would represent the culmination of your efforts. So that Ten of Pentacles, excuse me, excuse my occasional sniffles and coughs as well, Libra. I'm kind of getting over a summer cold and I'm still a little bit froggy. So that Ten of Pentacles is paired with the Major Arcana card of Justice. Justice is the reap what you sow card. It represents that what you put into something is what you're going to get out of something. And based on what it looks like a lot of effort and perhaps time and money and resources and what you've invested in this, is going to pay off quite well for you. This card also represents that if any of you, again, are involved in any kind of legal situation, you're waiting for a decision and outcome, or you're waiting on proceeds from a lawsuit, a settlement, family estate, or the sale of property of some kind, or a family business, this is a card that says it will work out in your favor, that the outcome is going to be favorable for you and it will be fair. This also represents that I'm kind of getting the feeling that some of you are maybe involved in some kind of legal dispute around work or a job or a past job or something to do with that, whether it's maybe a union thing, or I'm just kind of picking up energy around that. Any of you who are in the middle of doing waiting on outcomes or decisions for business contracts, negotiations, any dealings, any new ventures, it looks like it's going to be quite favorable to you and work out in your favor as well. It's a very good combination, and it also represents too that this Ten of Pentacles, with this Ten of Pentacles energy, this represents you've been working, you've been putting a lot into something. The World card being your overall crowning energy, the Ten of Pentacles, the Justice card says that you deserve this, that what you're getting you deserve, whatever it is that's coming for you, both in what's wrapping up and what you're moving on to, looks to be beneficial, prosperous for you, but it's going to, it provides a foundation for you moving into the future, particularly in an actual physical, tangible, financial, or property related foundation, and you deserve it because you've worked so hard for it, and it is a validation and a vindication for some of you of the effort you've put into this. I'm interested in seeing how specifically this plays out for you. Now, next to that, we have the energy, very powerful combination of two major arcana cards. We have the Hermit and the Fool. So here's where maybe around the middle of the month, it looks like you take some time out to figure out what you're going to do next, what avenue you're going to do next, or you're contemplating something that's in front of you. And it represents something completely new. And this may be something, if you're retiring, you're looking at a whole new aspect of your life. Everything's just new, and it kind of has a limitless potential and possibility, which is kind of what the energy of the Seven of Cups can represent too, in a positive way. That Fool card does represent that as well. Brand new beginnings. He is the Zero, the very first card in the tarot. He's that place where you haven't actually begun the new path, but you're considering it, and the possibilities are endless. The potential is limitless. Kind of that void space in between ending something and before you begin, but it's the precursor, it's the breath before the first step. The Fool is also here to remind us that it is perfectly all right and sometimes even necessary to step outside your comfort zone and take a risk. So for some of you, again, you may be retiring and like this whole new vista of your life's opened up. What am I going to do? For some of you, you're going from one career path to another. Perhaps some of you are starting your own business. Maybe considering a business proposition that somebody has laid in front of you, an opportunity of some kind, and it could be in business, property, but it represents, I think, for a lot of you, something you haven't done before, and it may seem a little risky, this venture. You may be asked to invest some actual finances or your resources into this, and there's an element of it that feels a little risky for you, but I have to tell you, if you choose to go ahead with it, it looks like it's it looks like it's going to play out quite well. I think for some of you, this is kind of you're ending something and beginning something else. And for some of you, this beginning something else represents something else coming to an end. Some of you, it's going to be all of that combined, and some of you, it's only going to be one or the other. But considering what else you're going to do, stepping outside of yourself, taking a risk. But it looks like you're taking some time out or a step back to reflect and contemplate on where you're going to go next. Perhaps considering an opportunity or proposition that's been laid in front of you. That Hermit card represents taking a step back, kind of going within, maybe withdrawing a little bit to take a closer look at something, seek out the deeper truth and wisdom in something. The Hermit also advises to use the accumulation of your own life's experience and knowledge and wisdom that you've gained so far to help guide you through this next portion of your life, whether it's, again, in job and career or in home and in what you do after you retire. Perhaps some of you, I think, are even selling your home and moving. Some of you may be getting, some lump sum or some resources or some settlement of some kind or division of property assets, which enables you the freedom to do basically whatever it is you want to do. And you're taking some time out, however it plays out for you. The energy is the same. It's about taking a step back, going within, taking another look at it. What am I going to do next? If there's an opportunity, let's take another look at it. Is this really for me? Is it what it's presented to be really what it is? It feels like there is an element of the unknown about it, maybe an element of risk about it. And you're taking some time out to contemplate that, which you should. Draw on your own wisdom and experience and intuition for this as well, and allow that to be part of what guides you. The Hermit can also represent seeking out advice from an older, maybe more trusted, wise, sage kind of person in your life as well. Now, at or towards the end of October 2016, Libra, we are often running new beginnings. We have the Ace of Pentacles, tangible new beginnings. Some of you may be moving or relocating. Paired with the Eight of Cups, the card of leaving, walking away. You're turning your back on something. For some of you, the energy of the Eight of Cups, it's an emotional suit because it's cups, which rules our feelings and emotional atmosphere and landscape. It can be walking away from something that you have found disillusioning, disappointing, but you're walking away from it with a sense of achievement and victory too. And I think that's going to specifically relate to those of you for whom this resonates as a legal situation you're in, or a settlement or a lawsuit. You're going to be vindicated. It's going to work out in your favor. And if you're waiting for financial compensation or property compensation of some kind, it's you do deserve it, and it is going to work out in your favor, and it's going to represent a sense of achievement, vindication, coming full circle, and also the final chapter in walking away from something which turned out not to be what you wanted, which is why you were in the lawsuit or settlement in the first place. For others of you, you're just closing the chapter on a portion of your life which is done. It's over. It no longer serves you, and you're moving off into another direction, but you haven't quite yet decided what that is. But I think a lot of you, maybe in the last half of October, do kind of get a handle on what that is. But this is a card of walking away and making the decision on which direction you're going to go in. It's a card of having definitively made your decision to move on. This man is not considering it. The consideration phase is over. He's turned his back. He's dressed for travel. He's ready to go. Now that Eight of Cups is paired with the Ace of Pentacles, which crowns it. Again, we have that lovely Pentacles energy, very solid, stable, rooted, that physical, tangible world. Aces represent the one, potential, promise, the new beginning, the start of something, represents a seed. Of course, if that seed doesn't get planted in the ground, as I'm always fond of saying, seeds need to be planted, nurtured, watered, fertilized, grown, taken care of, pruned, so that they can grow to the full manifestation of what they're meant to be, and be abundant and give back. Otherwise, if they're not followed through with, they just fizzle out. They never remain anything but a seed. So, but this looks like a very good beginning at the end of October going into November. I often refer to the Ace of Pentacles as the moving card too, because it frequently comes up when the new beginning is tangible, because this is a tangible new beginning. It's governed by the element of earth. This is tangible. So for some of you, you could be moving this month, relocating. You could be buying a piece of property. It could be your first home. It doesn't necessarily have to be your first home. Some of you could be moving just to another apartment, another house, across town, to another state, or even outside of the country. For some of you, this represents new beginnings. You may be starting your own business, starting a new job, starting a new career path. It feels very different, though, with the energy of that Fool card, like you haven't done it before, or there's a real sense of newness about it, maybe a little bit of risk, but it has the potential. It is an ace, but it has the potential to really actually pay you back in the long run in a very tangible sort of way. So overall, beautiful energy. It looks like you're off and running at the end of October going into November. And of course, your crowning card. It's all about a sense of achievement, things coming full circle. For some of you, contemplating where you're going to go next, and for others of you, contemplating, considering an opportunity, a fresh new opportunity, which you do, in fact, decide to embark on at the end of the month. Beautiful, beautiful energy, a bright, clear, easy kind of flow for you this month, Libra. For those of you for whom this resonates, if it doesn't, go on to your rising and your moon sign. This may only provide just a piece or two of the puzzle of October for you. So Libra, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Thank you so very much for watching it. I hope that you find it useful, that it gives you a little bit of insight and clarity onto the month of October. Good for you on whatever it is that you're wrapping up. It looks like you've put a lot of work into something, and make sure to take some time out, maybe around the middle of the month or so, maybe around the third week, to reflect on how far you've come and where you're going to go next, and if there's any new ventures or opportunities in front of you, check them out, do your research, make sure they are what they appear to be. But for a lot of you, there looks to be an opportunity which may be quite lucrative in the future for you, so that's exciting. So I hope you enjoy the reading, Libra, and I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the October 2016 mid-month readings. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just click on that little About button, and you can email me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. And until I see you again, as always, Libra, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. I'll see you soon. Bye.